Have you heard of a little thing called Discord? Well, Discord is an amazing app where you can interact with gaming communities and content creators such as myself more directly. It's an app that is just great for community building. I'm one of the owners of a Kingdom Hearts Discord server called The Union. We are growing crazy fast. We have over 1,000 members in the Discord server, and I would love to have you be one of them. If you don't have a Discord account, it takes like less than a minute to make one. Seriously. So create an account and join the Discord server today to get a chance to talk to some of the members of our community and some of its creators as well. If you wish to join the Discord server, just click the link down below. We look forward to seeing you there. Now let's get on with the video. Kingdom Hearts 3's ReMIND DLC is a blessing for this game. While I already enjoyed the game very much in my first playthrough, there are a decent amount of people who did not. Whether it was problems with the combat or problems with the story and certain things not going the way they thought it would, to Final Fantasy characters not being in the game, if there's something you loved about Kingdom Hearts 3, there's probably someone out there who didn't love that thing. The social media community for Kingdom Hearts, for I'd say at least about an hour, was together once again and united because they loved what they saw in the new Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMIND trailer. For some who were disappointed in the game, it gave them lots of hope that Square Enix is maybe listening to complaints, or that the amount of content, story, overall replayability is going to turn this game from just alright to them to the memorable, great experience that it already was for so many others. For me, a person who already has fallen in love with Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm in the double digits now in terms of how many playthroughs I've done in the game, although there was one thing noticeably missing at launch, and that was the post-game bosses. I'm not going to say post-game content in general, because Kingdom Hearts 3 has loads of content in it, though instead of what we're used to for post-game Kingdom Hearts titles, most notably in the final mixes, we are used to like those cool boss fights. Though instead in Kingdom Hearts 3, it was a ton of mini games, gummy ship stuff, and collecting lucky emblems and other synthesis stuff. And while that stuff is awesome and cool, I love that Kingdom Hearts 3 went in on the gummy ships and other aspects of the game. As much as I adore the Frozen Slider minigame, it'll never beat fighting Data Roxas for the 100th time. This, I feel like, was an example of them not really catering as much as they should have to some of the more hardcore fans of the series, some of the people that really love the combat of the series. It feels like in terms of like the base game, they definitely catered a little bit more to newer players, which I'm perfectly fine with. Now, as I mentioned, to be fair, most post-game fights in Kingdom Hearts games didn't come until the final mix iterations, though it still was a bit disappointing to have Dark Inferno, who I love by the way, as the only super boss. Though ReMIND is going to take a step beyond even what most final mixes normally do. While they are giving you the usual and additional boss fights, they are also giving everyone completely new story content, similar to what Birth by Sleep did with Aqua in the Realm of Darkness, but on a way larger scale. This story will both impact Kingdom Hearts 3 heavily and the future of the saga heavily as well, since it directly involves our main protagonist and will be answering the questions everyone's been asking since finishing the game about how Sora is in Shibuya and how did he save Kairi, which my next video is about, by the way. Though even straying away from the main additional story content they're adding, talking about the quote data battles they are doing similar to Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, these fights even are a complete step up from those. Now, no, I'm not speaking mechanically yet because I haven't played the fights obviously and don't know how balanced or satisfying these fights will be when you actually play the game, though I know based off of what I'm seeing, what I mean by that is that in Kingdom Hearts 2 the data fights were simply leveled up versions of bosses we already fought in the main story, not really any new attacks or any special arenas. Some of the fights have different patterns, but that's about it. That doesn't take away from how awesome those data fights are, by the way, but in Kingdom Hearts 3 all the organization fights were made to fight in groups and didn't really have crazy expansive movesets because you were always fighting 2 or more organization members at once to start a fight. Though these new data fights in Kingdom Hearts 3 are going to be completely new fights, or almost new fights, just based on the little we've seen already. I think the trailers tried showcasing this by showing off the new moves some of these enemies have. Zemna seems to have a laser dome DM, which is a clear reference to Kingdom Hearts 2, and he also has this interesting combo he does on Sora. Xigbar has a reaction command in this fight from what it seems, which I assume, if done correctly, opens him up. Larxene is looking 20 times faster than she is in her normal fight, and Riku has a barrier block, which if you hit him, seems to punish you. And I haven't even mentioned Terranort, Ansem, and the others we've seen so far. They're all looking amazing. Overall, these fights, on top of all the new moves, these guys are now seeming to be really aggressive, which I love. So these aren't even just beefed up fights, these fights are almost completely new. And that is absolutely awesome, and they went above and beyond on that end. This is going to be adding a lot of in-game replay value. I enjoy replaying through the main story tons in Kingdom Hearts 3. I've done it so many times and still haven't gotten tired of it, though the reason I likely replay the game in its entirety as much as I do is because there's not really a room of bosses I can choose to fight every time I turn on the game like Kingdom Hearts 2. I have separate saves for all the Keeley Graveyard fights, though outside of Triple Xehanort maybe, I don't think any of the Keeley Graveyard fights have the longevity the data battles from Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix offer, and there's not as many of those fights definitely as well. They're fine, by the way, for their story reasons, but we needed more, and more is what they seem to be giving us, because now even the regular Keyblade Graveyard fights are going to be likely having some interesting replay value to them, since you're able to play as the other Guardians of Lights in those fights now, which is another thing people wanted. Square is really going in with this DLC, trying to please everyone, and I think they're doing a fantastic job so far. And I haven't even mentioned the quote explorable Scala at Kylum. Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMIND is going to be the final nail in the coffin for the Kingdom Hearts 3 hype train. After Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMIND, they're probably not going to be releasing any other DLC. They'll probably advertise it for a little bit for like a year or so, but they're mainly going to be focusing on the next Kingdom Hearts game or next Final Fantasy game or whatever is going on after that. It'll be the final thing for Kingdom Hearts 3, and our 7-15 year, depending on what side of the spectrum you're on, adventure with this game, the hype for this game will be over. We'll be moving on to the next game. And it's kind of sad when I put it that way, huh? But ReMIND is going to be what makes Kingdom Hearts 3 replayable for so many people years from now. When you think of the most replayed Kingdom Hearts games, it's usually Kingdom Hearts 1, it's usually Kingdom Hearts 2 especially, or Birth by Sleep. And what do all those games have in common? They all have final mixes or extra releases that gave them additional content for you to replay and go back to constantly. And Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be getting the same, so it will be among those titles in terms of replay value now. Because for a lot of people, the replay value wasn't necessarily there. And I honestly agree. I mean, if you aren't super into the mini games and collecting stuff or gummy ship stuff, I'll say, like, I like that a lot. I do go back and replay that stuff every now and then. But if you're not super into all that, if you're like me, and one of the main things that makes a Kingdom Hearts game replayable for you is the fights, then you probably were a little disappointed by what the post-game content featured. However, though, if you haven't caught on to it yet, the hidden value Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMIND is going to be adding is going to be tons and tons of replay value, which for some reason people don't really value in single player games that much nowadays. But single player games are allowed to have replay value. They're allowed to get balance patches, more bosses, and all that stuff. It's one of the biggest appeals of Kingdom Hearts games. I mean, to be honest with you, like, I'd rather replay a Kingdom Hearts game than play any multiplayer game that's out right now, because Kingdom Hearts is just my favorite series, and I find the Kingdom Hearts games to be really fun and unique experiences. And ReMIND is going to take a game that I feel like was already good, and for some people maybe a game that was just alright, and elevate it even more to whatever it becomes for you, whether that's great, whether that's better than it was before, or whatever. I seriously doubt ReMIND will make Kingdom Hearts 3 worse by any means, because they're simply just adding to the game. It's not like they're taking anything away. They're adding more, and that is one of the most appealing qualities of this. But if you enjoyed today's video though, leave a comment down below telling me what you think about this. What do you enjoy the most, like, when you're replaying a Kingdom Hearts game? Do you enjoy doing the bosses? Do you enjoy re-experiencing the story? Do you enjoy exploring, doing the synthesis stuff? What is it that you enjoy the most in every Kingdom Hearts game? But enough rambling. If you enjoyed today's video, leave a like, share the video with a friend or a family member, and last but not not least, if you have not already and want to become a part of the union, all you have to do is hit that red little subscribe button down below. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.